Hello everyone and welcome back to Moonmothgoddess Tarot. My name is Monique and this is my main tarot channel here on YouTube. For those of you that are new, I do also have a second tarot channel, Neptune's Child Tarot, where I do have additional content posted that is more on self-focused readings. So if that does interest you, you may want to check out my other channel as well. So today's pick a card reading, we are doing a no contact channeled message from your person. So we do have 3 piles today. However, I want to make sure that you guys are choosing the right pile to receive the right message. So as we go into each of the piles, I'm going to do a little bit of a quick energy check to see what the current energy is in your connection. If it does match what your situation is or kind of what you're experiencing in the connection, then you know that you've chosen the right pile. But if it doesn't fit, then I would say go back and choose one of the other piles, or you can check out the pick a card playlist, and I do have other channeled message readings in there. Okay, so pile number 1, this is a Rider-Waite tarot. I did purchase this off of Amazon. I think the creator is Crafterian. I think Crafterian makes this, and it's kind of like a black edition Rider-Waite. But that is with this, I can't think right now, Carnelian for pile number 1 with the Rider-Waite tarot. And then pile number 2 is the Crow tarot, and that is with this Moonstone for pile number 2. Pile number 3, this is also a Rider-Waite deck, and this one is by, I believe it's called Dark Forest. On Etsy is the shop, Dark Forest, and they have a lot of beautiful renditions of the Rider-Waite deck. So this is one of their vintage ones, I believe, and that is with this Ocean Jasper. Okay, that is for pile 3. So like I said, we're going to be doing a little bit of an energy check as we go into each of the piles. If the one that you choose and you listen to what the energy is doesn't match, like I said, go back and choose a different pile. So you make sure that you get the right channeled message for you. Okay, and also keep in mind it's a general reading. So if anything kind of comes through that doesn't really fit or makes you feel confused, then ignore that part of the message. Okay. But pile number 1, this is yours here with the Carnelian, pile 2 with the Moonstone, and then pile number 3 with the Ocean Jasper. Timestamps will be down below, and I will see you guys at your reading. Hi, pile 1. So those of you that resonated with the Carnelian, this is going to be your channeled message from your person, no contact. As I said in the intro, we are going to be doing a little bit of an energy check to kind of see what the current energy is between you and your person, the energy and the connection. If that is something that does not match what you are experiencing with this person, then I would say choose a different pile or check out the pick a card playlist. I do have other channeled message videos in there, I believe. Okay, so we're going to just take a second to kind of see what the energy is here. Pile number 1, Spirit. What is the energy in pile number 1's connection with their person? What is the energy in pile number 1's connection with their person? What is the energy here? We have middle ground here. Compromise, coming to terms, or negotiations. Okay, so this seems like, yeah, some type of compromise. Maybe you could be wanting to make the other person, let's see here. We have partying here, time with friends, having fun, happily single, and also living in the moment. We have the camera here, reminiscing, making memories, learning from the past, and also perception. We have the mask, not showing true self. So some of you could have been in a situation where you may have tried to I feel like compromise with a person who wasn't being open enough to share and talk about their feelings. Someone who wasn't taking the connection seriously. Maybe someone who made you feel like you may have been the person who was trying to put more effort into the connection, the relationship. Or one person was like, I'm still not ready to settle down. Or even if you were in a relationship with them and they were just kind of seemed like they were not putting their full attention towards the relationship or the connection between the two of you. Someone not being their authentic self. We also have the chaser here, a fear of abandonment, chasing, and also codependent. Okay. And then we have dramatic here, a feeling affected, emotional, and also unstable. Which in this picture here, we're kind of seeing one person who's chasing the other. So for some of you, it may have felt like you had to, like I said, I'm kind of feeling like someone felt like they had to put more effort into the connection than the other person. Someone's not taking this connection seriously or wasn't taking the connection seriously. Maybe for some of you, that could have caused a lot of emotional, maybe ups and downs, turmoil with what you were feeling or experiencing from this. Some of you literally can maybe have pictures of the two of you guys together here. Okay. Maybe, I mean, it could be the opposite way around too, right? It could have been them that was chasing you and you were the one that was wanting to just kind of do your own thing. But this kind of feels like a one-sided situation. One person not putting in the effort as the other person is. Let's see what else. Pile 1. What is the current energy in this connection? What is the current energy in pile 1's connection? We have heartbreak here. A breakup, suffering and grieving, unable to move on. We have happiness here. Happy ending, feeling blessed and grateful. So maybe someone here is feeling happy that there was a breakup, you know? And then we have the star. It says renewed hope, a bright future, doing the healing work. We have sacrifice here, sacrifice for love, must give up something, painful decisions. And then we also have going in circles, repeating cycles, not making any progress, and not learning lessons. So maybe for some of you, it felt like, I don't know, maybe off and on, hot and cold, getting mixed signals from this person. It just makes me feel like someone wasn't taking the connection seriously. We have boundaries here, and feeling used, no more enabling, and a need for setting healthy boundaries. Okay, so maybe for some of you, it like maybe you were the one that always felt like you had to put in the effort. You had to put in the work. You know, it may not even quite be a breakup. It can be even like if you're trying to date somebody or trying to get to know them, and there maybe there's even like rejection here, or just kind of like off and on, hot and cold. And this is something that made you feel very emotional. And maybe for some of you, you've kind of said, okay, you know what? No more. You need to decide and choose what you want here. You either want a commitment, connection, relationship with me, or you don't, you know? So someone may have felt like they had to really try to put in more effort is kind of what this feels like. Right? Trying to work that. Okay, so if this doesn't really match kind of what you're experiencing or have experienced, you know, maybe the last time you talked to this person, what the situation was between the two of you, then I would say choose a different pile. Okay? Because this kind of looks like somebody who wasn't being serious, not taking the connection seriously, chasing here, feeling affected emotionally, going in circles, repeating the same cycle over and over again. A breakup here, someone who's still feeling hurt, someone who's still trying to heal. Maybe someone who knew that they needed to sacrifice, maybe even being single, to be serious about a relationship, and that wasn't something that they were able to give up or want to have. And now it's kind of like leaving a person in a place where they're having a lot to heal. Okay? Maybe even for some of you dealing with somebody who was masking or hiding their feelings and not being honest about them, you know? Being distracted by other things in their life. Not wanting to commit here. Maybe for some of you playing mind games, you know, especially with the going in circles here. This to me is kind of like maybe a bunch of empty promises, or maybe even a situation where a person is like showing you there's intensity and they're all about it, and then all of a sudden they're out again, you know, where it's not really making any progress. You're not really getting anywhere with this. Okay, having someone come in and out, hot and cold, mixed kind of energy here. Yeah, it just kind of makes me feel like someone who wasn't taking the connection seriously is what I'm getting from this. Okay, so let's see what this message is from this person that you are no contact with. Pile 1. And we'll see. And those of you that haven't seen me do this before, just know that I do get a little bit quiet in the beginning when I'm putting the cards out. There's nothing wrong with the sound, okay? It's just that I need to just kind of really focus on what message is trying to come through. And then I'll start with the message. So there's a little bit of a pause as I'm feeling into what is trying to come through. Okay, pile number 1. What message does this person have for you? What message does this person have for you at this time? I want you to know that I do care and I do have feelings towards you. But at times, I cannot get past my insecurities and fears about revealing my feelings to you. So I know that this is something that makes you feel confused, as a lot of my behavior can be very unpredictable and inconsistent, as giving you the impression that I am all over the place. And I know it's only because of the self-sabotaging thoughts that block me from being able to voice and express my heart and my feelings to you. As we're not speaking to each other at this time, I want you to know that I do think about you and I do miss you. And I recognize that there is this present distance between the two of us, and at times I think about reaching out to you to talk about my feelings, but I don't know how you are going to receive what it is that I want to communicate to you. I do think about commitment, relationship with you. I feel like a lot of the feelings that I've had for you in the time that we have been away from each other and no contact have come to me very suddenly and put me in a place where I'm looking back at my life and the decisions that I've made and how this energy may have made you feel. At times, I feel like I was being incredibly selfish and only thinking about my own personal happiness. And I have been really working on healing. And much of this has to do with my ego and my own perception of connections and relationships, and how I have a tendency to put myself first and only think about needs that are going to make me happy at the time without taking into consideration how my actions are hurting other people. And it is something that I am actively working on. I know that you are someone who is only trying to be loving towards me and give me love and attention. And I'm sorry that we met at a time in my life where I wasn't able to pull it together to give you what it is that you really needed or were looking for. I know that you only wanted to nurture a relationship and create something for the long term for us, but I just couldn't get past myself in order to allow that to be something that would happen between the two of us. I knew that there was a connection between the two of us, and one that was balanced. And I know that a lot of my actions have created a lot of challenging energies for you to deal with. And I knew at times it could seem like I was all over the place and giving you this energy that was very inconsistent. And that is something that I know that I need to stop doing and be more in control of with myself. I'm really working on maturing in terms of the actions that I take towards people. And there's a lot of feelings that I have that I haven't been able to voice to you or talk to you about, that I've been keeping inside of myself. Part of me at times waits for to hear your voice or to hear some type of message of you reaching out to me to let me know that there is still some type of interest that you have in me or even in this connection. Like I said, I don't know if this is going to be something where I reach out to you and there's a lot of things that you, which I'm sure, want to say to me, which could really hurt because of the actions that I've taken towards you. And I don't know if you would be willing to forgive and let go and release of the things that I have done in the past. I really want you to be happy and to find happiness that you're truly deserving of. And at times I feel like you are too good for me, and I feel undeserving of the qualities that you hold and the love that you have to give and the nurturing compassion that you have or have had in our connection. I know that I do need to do a lot of work on myself and a lot of healing. And I feel like a lot of this comes from a lot of my past relationships as well as my childhood. And there's a lot that I need to work towards releasing. I still feel that I'm in a place in my life where at times I still feel like I'm not really making choices that are creating stability. The truth is, I don't feel really happy with my life, and I know that there's still something missing here. And so there can be many opportunities that come into my life that I still feel like I'm not opening myself up to. I'm aware that I have made you feel hurt and rejected, and I'm apologizing to you for the pain that I may have caused making you feel this way, because it wasn't something that you were deserving of. And to be perfectly honest with you, I know that you are deserving of so much more than I know that I can give you at this time. You are truly deserving of a love and someone who is going to give you everything that you deserve in life. And I feel like sometimes when they say it takes losing something to recognize what it is you had, and I'm kind of having that epiphany and that realization that I've lost something good. And as I said, I'm still working on healing, and I don't blame you for setting certain boundaries in this connection and relationship, because I know that that is something that you are truly deserving of. You deserve happiness, you deserve peace, you deserve someone who's going to bring in stable, grounded energy for you. And I know that I'm not quite at that place where I can give that to you. At times, I think about starting over, starting new with you. And for us to be able to push past a lot of the challenges that come about in our connection. And at times I feel like blocking me from reach out to you is a lot of my own ego that gets in the way for fear of putting in the investment into a long-term relationship. I do feel that there is a lot of chemistry and a spark between the two of us. And I'm wanting to offer you my sincere apologies for the way that I have made you feel in the past. I do care, and I'm sorry that I have made you feel shut out or abandoned, rejected. And I can say that a lot of me not reaching out to you and communicating with you is because of my own fears that hold me back from being able to make things right. And it is something, a burden that I carry and still continue to hold on to as part of mistakes and wrongdoings towards others that I've had. You don't deserve the inconsistency that I bring in or have brought into this relationship. I want you to know that there was a connection that I felt between the two of us, and I just feel it within my heart that it wasn't something that I was completely ready for. And so this has been something that has been clear to me, is that it was best for me to detach myself and let go instead of continuing to hurt you, when I knew that my actions were something that became overwhelming and I really needed to get myself into a place where I could be more grounded and more stable. And as I'm doing a lot of maturing and reflecting, this is making me recognize how much I wasn't prepared or ready for the love that you were trying to give to me. And so as much as it hurts you, I know that it was best and the best choice or move for me to make to move on from this connection, because I didn't think that it was something that I was able to give to you. But I want you to know that I do cherish the moments, the time that we did spend with one another. But I feel like I might continue to keep a lot of the feelings that I have suppressed, again, because of my own ego, my own selfishness. But I want you to know that deep down inside, I do think about the past. I think about our connection. I think about the memories that we've shared. I imagine us being in a committed relationship. And the thought has crossed my mind. But again, I don't feel like it is something that I am quite ready for. So I'm offering you this apology in hopes that you will be able to find peace within inside of yourself. And I will continue to work on myself. And if at any time later on down the road you feel open to reconnecting, when we are both in a better place mentally, emotionally, grounded and ready for it, I feel like there's a part of me that would like to try us again. Okay, so I'm going to leave this message here for you, pile number 1. That was your channeled message. I do hope it was helpful for you guys. If you chose another pile for maybe a different person, I will see you there. Hi, pile 2. So those of you that resonate with the Crow Tarot and the Moonstone, this is going to be a reading. So before we get into the channeled message, I'm just going to pull some oracle cards to see what the current energy is in your connection or your situation with the person. If this is something that does not match what you've experienced or experiencing with them, then I would say go ahead and choose a different pile, or you can check out the Pick a Card playlist. I do believe that I have other channeled message videos in there. So let's see, pile 2, what is the energy in your connection with this person? Okay, so we have gambling here and taking a chance. We have honesty and truth. And I just saw another card that fell on the floor. It says compromise and making changes, but I can't pick it up just yet. So let's get these other messages out. We have regrets and mistakes. Cleansing energy, healing, detox, and purification. Let's pull one more. We have cycles here, time, weight, and infinity. So let me grab that other card. Okay, so compromising, making changes, honesty, truth, gambling, taking a chance here. Maybe for some of you, this was a situation where someone regrets not being honest with you, or maybe talking about their feelings. Maybe there's someone who was still healing here. I'm feeling with the compromise energy here that there were feelings, I feel like, on both sides. And maybe this person, I'm feeling, because I'm seeing in this gambling, I mean, they could literally be somebody who gambles. For some of you, that could be significant. But I'm noticing there's a mask here. So it makes me feel like maybe somebody who was masking feelings, not talking about feelings, maybe not making a compromise here. Okay, so what is the situation in pile 2's connection? We have forbidden fruit, desired but dangerous, not socially acceptable, tempting and alluring. Okay, so maybe for some of you, like a forbidden love situation, or something that's not being accepted, like a connection that's not being accepted by friends or family members, culture, religion, things of that nature. Maybe for some of you, it could have been like that kind of situation, and the two of you were trying to take a chance to see if it would work out, you know, even though it wasn't something that was acceptable. I don't know, this kind of gives me the vibe for some of you, maybe like it's a work situation for some of you. I don't know, that's just coming in. We have against time here, rushing before it's too late, took a long time, or walking on thin ice. We have foolish here. Foolish choices, carelessness, not being serious, playing games and tricks. So maybe somebody who mishandled. Okay, third party. Love triangle. Something is interfering. Competition, enemy. Now, some of you, literally, it could be that there is a third party that's involved, and maybe that's what makes it forbidden fruit. For some of you, it could be that something else, doesn't necessarily have to be a person, that is the third party that's interfering, whether that is culture, religion, job, distance, things of that nature. We have a sacrifice here. Sacrifice for love, must give up something, and a painful decisions. Okay. Giving something up here, and then a compromise. So maybe for some of you, in order to make this connection work, one of you may have had to make some type of a sacrifice. Yeah, but with the regrets and mistakes, it makes me feel like someone may have mishandled the situation. Let's see. We also have love bomber, emotional manipulation, Casanova, ladies man, wanting your attention. But this also gives me, I mean, some of you literally, I mean, this could be someone who like came in with some intensity, you know, I'm all about the connection, and then pulling away. This also gives me a vibe of somebody who maybe wasn't ready to settle down, ready for commitment. Someone who maybe even, right, made you feel manipulated in some way. And we have regrets and mistakes here. So, I mean, that could be you that feels that, or even the other person. Okay. So if this, like I said, doesn't really match kind of what you're experiencing with this person, doesn't really make sense, doesn't fit, then choose a different pile, like I said, or check out one of the other channeled messages. And I feel like we're gonna go into your channeled message now. So those of you that have never seen me do this before, I am going to be a little bit quiet as we first start the channeled message, because I need to really focus on what message is trying to come through. So you might notice there's a little bit of a pause before I start talking. Okay, pile 2. What channeled message does your person have for you? Okay, so when this message, you know, just keep in mind it is a general reading, okay? This is collective energy, which is, as many people watch these videos, there's a lot of people. So not every single thing that comes through in the channeled message may fit, and if it doesn't, then just ignore it, okay? Pile number 2. What message does your person have for you at this time for pile 2, Spirit? Pile 2, what is the channeled message from their person in this no contact situation? I felt so afraid to move forward with my feelings and emotions that I had towards you. And part of me said it was best to walk away and let go. The logical part of my mind that was rationalizing everything that I was thinking and that I was feeling, I wanted the two of us to be together and to feel happiness, joy, and fulfillment. But I felt like there was something that was stopping me. Instead of following my heart, part of me felt like we would be judged by others, or that I was taking way too many other people's thoughts, opinions into consideration. And that was something that was going about in my mind which felt a lot like hearing voices in my head that were telling me, don't do it, don't move forward. It's not going to be a good outcome. It's not going to be a good situation. Even though I was at a place where I was seeing all the right signs that were telling me that this was something that I needed to move forward with, at the back of my mind was all of those negative thoughts that were coming in telling me it was wrong and I shouldn't do it and I shouldn't move forward. And I allowed all of those thoughts to get in the way. They were a lot of troubling fears and insecurities and things that came up for me. Ones that I couldn't escape, things that I couldn't get away from. As much as I wanted to come to you and talk to you about all the feelings that I've had towards you, I felt like I was being guided into a different direction of which that I really didn't even want to go in. Sometimes I feel like the universe was forcing me away from you because I needed to focus on other things in my life as much as I wanted to move forward with the excitement of moving forward with you. And I know that there was a lot of things that were holding me back. I want you to know that I have very deep feelings towards you and I care about you a lot. And it was my feelings that were troubling at times because they made me feel confused and not able to think clearly at times about what it is that I really wanted to say to you or the actions that I wanted to take. And I feel that there was a lot of fears inside of me and trying to be able to have the courage to say and do what my heart was feeling when my mind was telling me completely different things. I feel like this time that we've had space and have not been talking to each other has given me a lot to think about. And at times I want to reach out and message you because I know that I am capable of taking action if only I am confident in my words and actions that I could move forward in a place to give you clarity and to give myself clarity about what it is that I'm really wanting, looking for within this connection. And so I want you to know that the feelings that you have are something that I feel too. It isn't something that is one-sided. But at times I felt frustrated with the way that things were manifesting and the way that things were coming together. And so I held a lot of my insecurities and fears inside and didn't reveal or talk to you about any of those things, when inside of my heart I wanted nothing more than to be able to have some type of connection of meaning and value between the two of us. And I think about us being together and spending so much time with each other where I could be completely open and honest and tell you exactly what was in my heart and on my mind. I feel like I'm in a place right now where I'm currently thinking about what to do about my situation and which action to take. At times I feel very confused, indecisive, conflicted, and stuck, and not knowing how I'm going to move forward. And I know that a lot of these fears that I have are ones that are keeping me stuck in an illusion of my own fears and worries about things. And I know that this is my biggest issue, is feeling trapped. And I'm trying to figure out a way out of this as I reflect upon a lot of the past memories that the two of us had shared with each other. And I'm trying to bring an end to this current cycle that I've been stuck in to be able to manifest a different reality for myself so that I can move freely with what my heart is telling me to do. But I just don't see how things are going to work out at times, how I can make this connection between the two of us come about. I think about the emotional bond and connection that the two of us have with each other, and about how we've shared so much of our feelings and our thoughts with each other, and how I have missed out on the opportunity because of my own fears of running away from what it was that I was feeling, not being able to understand. And I know that this may have made you feel like I was back and forth about things, and you were left in a place of uncertainties and doubts about our connection, about whether or not this would be something that we would actually be able to have with each other. I'm working on being more confident in my actions and in my words. And I want you to know that I think about talking to you, contacting you, messaging you to renew the connection that we have, to start over, to have the opportunity of starting again. Because I feel that there was a lot of chemistry between the two of us, but there are certain things that I have to come to terms with to bring to an end within my own life. Sometimes I feel like there's a lot of challenges before me that I need to face and that I need to move through as I listen to my heart and the choices and decisions that I must make in order to make this connection a priority. I'm hoping to find some type of clarity in all of this reflection that I'm doing to figure out a way for the two of us to be together so that we can start over and new again. And so I'm working on creating this new beginning for myself, for the two of us, so that I can follow my heart and what my heart is truly telling me. I know that it's probably going to take me a while, so I won't ask you to wait for me, but just know that I feel that the connection that we had was something that I feel is worth saving. And so I want you to feel confident knowing that the feelings are mutual and they are things that I think about. But until I am in a place where I can provide you the stability and security that you need from a solid commitment, I want you to keep moving forward, because I feel like it would be selfish for me to ask you to wait. So I want you to continue to move forward and find happiness. And if our paths cross in the future, I'm hoping that you will accept me into your life so that we may give this connection a chance that it truly deserves. Okay, so that is your channeled message, pile number 2. I do hope that this was helpful for you. If you did choose a different pile, maybe for a different person, I will see you there. But other than that, I hope this was helpful, and I will see you guys in the next reading. Hi, pile 3. So those of you that resonated with the Ocean Jasper and this Rider-Waite Tarot deck, we're going to take a second just to look at what the current energy is or situation is in your connection with your person. If this is something that does not resonate to your situation, then I would suggest choosing a different pile. So you make sure that you do have the right channeled message, but also keep in mind it's a general reading, okay? So not everything that comes through is going to be for you. So I would say if it more or less, majority of which I would say resonates, then you chosen the right pile. However, it's not going to be perfect, exact, because there is a lot of people, right, with collective energy. So let's see here. Pile number 3. What is the situation between you and your person? Okay, so we have love that's just jumping right out. Okay, so signs, meanings, love. So maybe it's with signs and meanings, maybe it's that you have seen signs from this person that have showed you that they have some deep feelings towards you. Maybe the two of you have really told each other, you know, I love you. Maybe someone's shown the other, you know, ways in which they love someone. Okay, let's see what else. We have cycles here, time, weight, and also infinity. Wow, we've got trust here, loyalty, reliability, and devotion. This almost makes me feel that even though you guys are no contact or there's separation or a breakup between the two of you, that there's still love that's here, and both of you have or share those feelings of love towards one another. Maybe there's something that is making it so that you guys can't be together right now, but it's like there's, you know, it's kind of like saying like, well, even if I break up with this person, or even if the relationship didn't work out, that I will always love this person. You know, that's kind of the vibe that I'm getting so far. So let's see. We have the unexpected here, troubles, upheaval, and shocking. So some of you, there could have even been like a very sudden, maybe separation, breakup. Something that happened very unexpectedly that caused maybe even the breakdown. Okay, we have karmic relationship with toxicity. So maybe for some of you, I mean, it could be for some of you a karmic relationship in which there was upheaval. Or it could even be that if you or the other person was still dealing with a karmic relationship, that could have been something that interfered here. I also look at this as maybe any types of karmic patterns of behavior that either one of you may have also had that could have created issues. Okay, let's see. And then we also have finality here. Goodbyes, farewells, and endings. So yeah, this looks like, and I'm seeing separation at the bottom. Sadness, bitterness, missing you, thinking about you, uncertain of the future. So this looks like there was love that was here, right? Love, devotion to one another, but then something happening here, very unexpected, where you had to say goodbye to this person. Maybe a sudden ending. Okay, let's see. Let's pull some of these, and then if this isn't matching, you can choose a different pile. So pile 3. I just saw toxic too, which we're seeing that with karmic. Okay, pile 3. What is the situation? We have work. Focused on work. Love at work. So maybe even some of you, this was a work love situation. Maybe for some of you, work could have been something that got in the way. Let's see. Yeah, because we have working hard and long hours. Maybe for some of you, it was schedules that weren't working. Okay, so we also have jealousy here. Wanting you to themselves, attachment, and also fear of losing you. And that could be something that they were feeling, or even something that you are feeling here. There's attachment between the two of you. Maybe that something was said or done because someone was afraid of losing the other. We also have friendship here, feeling friend-zoned. Friendship before love, building trust and a foundation. Maybe some of you had a strong friendship with each other. Maybe the person did friend zone you, or you friend zone them. Or we have building trust and a foundation. Let's see. see. Okay, so we have poker face here, two-faced, lack of expression, hiding true feelings. And then we also have foolish here, foolish choices, carelessness, not serious, playing games and tricks. And let's get one more. And then we also have lessons here. Love lessons learned, a shift in perspective, and raising your vibration. Okay. So that is what is coming through here. Like I said, if this doesn't really match, you might want to choose one of the other piles or check out the playlist. I do have other channeled messages in there. So yeah, let me put these away. And we're going to get into the channeled message here. Okay, so those of you that haven't really seen me do this before, there is going to be a little pause of me just being quiet, just to kind of get a feel for what the message is that's coming through before I start talking, okay? So let's get these shuffled. Pile 3, what is the channeled message that your person has for you at this time? What is the channeled message your person has for you at this time? Pile number 3. I recognize that things are over between the two of us because of my own actions, my own words. I realize and recognize that it was a lot of immaturity on my part. And for that, I feel a lot of deep regret, sadness, pain, and loss from this connection between the two of us. And it's putting me in a place where, because of the emotions that I'm holding on to from this situation, that you are coming into my dreams a lot. And I feel like it's only reminding me of a lot of the feelings and the emotions that I have tied into this situation with you. I think about how things ended between the two of us and all of the confusion that I noticed that I'm in. So I can imagine this is also something that you are feeling as well. It's only given me a lot of time to really think about everything that's happened and to really put things into perspective. And the loss that I'm feeling is something that is very challenging to deal with. I still have a lot of very strong feelings towards you, as I know that you were someone who was only trying to be kind, loving, and nurturing, and recognizing how much conflict there was in our situation, which is a lot of what I think about. And how walking away, letting things go, is something that I deeply regret as I try to focus on New beginnings. There's a part of me that still wants to rush right back to you and talk about my feelings, to be able to be completely honest with you. I do miss you very much, and I think about the distance between the two of us, which is something that makes me feel uncomfortable. I felt that what we had was something that was mutual between the two of us. Chemistry, attraction, love that the two of us shared. And oftentimes I think about the two of us having renewal with our connection and being able to mend things between the two of us. And I know that you must be waiting for some type of message, some type of communication coming from me, but I want you to know that because of the heaviness of the feelings that I'm experiencing and going through, I feel like a lot of this is clouding a lot of my judgment. And sometimes I try to distract myself from my feelings by working. And makes me think about the moments that we've had with each other that bring in so much joy and happiness. I know that we went through a lot with this connection. And there's a lot that I've learned about the connection that we share. And sometimes I feel like the connection that you and I had was something that was perfect. And although there has been conflict and challenges here, it still makes me think about the bond that the two of us had and how that love is something that we should be able to move past a lot of these challenges that are here. But at times I find myself talking out of decisions and choices that I know that I should make. Sometimes I lie awake at night, having dreams, nightmares, thinking about this whole situation and how unpredictable everything has been and how everything feels like it's spinning out of control. So much uncertainty that I feel about things. There's a part of me that still feels very drawn to you and this connection, and I want nothing more than to be completely open and honest about what it is that I think and feel about the two of us being together and being able to bring renewal into our connection, to heal it and to find happiness with each other. But sometimes I feel like these are a lot of thoughts that I hold within myself and afraid of talking about, afraid of letting out. I know that you deserve clarity, and I am also trying to find that clarity myself so that I can make decisions and actions to serve both of our highest good. Sometimes I feel as though I should just move on. But then I have that reminder of the connection that we've had and how important it would be for the two of us to try and make this work. Part of me feels like I need to stay away for a while so that I can really focus on myself, because there are other things within my life that I feel that I need to focus on in order to feel better about them. And so I want you to know that I still think about us. I still think about the connection that we've had. And I hope someday to be able to reconnect with you and that we may find each other again. And that instead of avoiding and running away from issues and problems, that I can face them head on instead of letting my fears and insecurities get in the way. I know that you must feel that I've abandoned you and that I've completely shut you out. And I am planning on reaching out and communicating with you. I just don't know when that's going to happen. I feel like I need to really focus on getting my head in the right place to be able to move past a lot of these fears that I have and insecurities about doing so. But I want you to know that if there has been anything that I've done or said that has really hurt you, I want you to know that I am incredibly sorry for putting you through it. And I want nothing more than for this whole situation to be resolved and put behind us. So if there's ever the possibility of us reconnecting with each other again, that you'd be open to exploring the possibility of us revisiting our connection with each other. Okay, so that is your channeled message, pile number 3. I do hope that this was helpful for you guys. If you did choose a different pile for a different person, I will see you there. But other than that, I hope you guys have enjoyed this reading. I hope it was helpful, and I will see you guys in the next reading.